My manicured nails were leaving half moon marks in my palm while the crystal champagne tower sparkled like it was mocking me. Sweetheart, my stepmother Vanessa cooed, loud enough for the entire ballroom to hear. The photographer needs real family for these pictures. She said, real family, the same way people say, blessed silence, with a smile sharp enough to cut glass. I'd spent 4 months planning my stepsister Lauren's wedding. I'd chased down the florist at 3 a.m. When the peonies didn't show, I'd sewn Lauren into her dress when the zipper broke. I'd smiled through every toast while Vanessa told anyone who'd listen that I was so helpful, almost like hired staff. And now, in front of 100 guests wearing 5-figure gowns, I was being gently but publicly deleted from existence. My father stood 3 feet away, suddenly very interested in his whiskey. Someone behind me whispered, "She still doesn't get it, does she?" Another voice answered, "Some people just don't know when they don't belong." That's when my phone buzzed against my thigh. 3 short, 1 long. Our code. I glanced down. Aria. It's done. Chopper on the east lawn. Leave now. My name is Harper Quinn. I'm 32, and for the last 7 years, I've been the invisible one in my own family. Vanessa moved in 6 months after Mom died and started erasing me like it was spring cleaning. First, I disappeared from the Christmas cards, then the lake house weekends, and finally from the deed to the house I grew up in. You look so much like your mother, she told me the day I moved out, voice dripping with pity. It's hard on your father. Dad never once told her to stop, so I built my own empire while they were busy pretending I didn't exist. I started as an unpaid intern at Vanguard Dynamics, the biggest private space launch company you've never heard of because the military keeps them quiet. 12-hour days, night classes, ramen for dinner. Slowly, the founder himself, Elias Vanguard, started noticing me. He was 81, brilliant, childless, and dying. 3 months ago, he called me into his hospital room, pulled off his oxygen mask long enough to say, "You remind me of me before the world taught me to play nice. I'm leaving you the company to you, Harper. The board already signed. They just don't know what they signed yet." Back at the wedding, Vanessa flicked her wrist at me without looking. "Harper, darling, be useful until the caterers were out of rosé." Something inside me clicked, like the last puzzle piece that finally slides home. I typed one word back to Aria, "Coming." Then I smiled. Not the small, sorry smile Vanessa was used to. A real one. "Actually," I said, loud enough for the string quartet to miss a note, "I'm leaving." Vanessa finally turned. "Don't be dramatic. Just go get the—" "I don't work for you," I cut in, calm and clear. I never did. The ballroom went still. My father finally looked up. "Harper, honey, this isn't the—" "When is the time, Dad? When you're not looking at your wife in the eye while she treats me like the help?" Vanessa laughed, high and brittle. "You're embarrassing yourself at your sister's wedding." The side doors opened. A woman in a black suit and pilot sunglasses stepped in. "Miss Quinn, your aircraft is ready." Dad frowned. "Quinn?" I smoothed the navy dress Vanessa once called secretary chic and took a step back. Elias Vanguard named me his successor 6 weeks ago. The board confirmed it an hour ago. Vanguard Dynamics, the company that puts half the defense satellites in orbit, is mine now. You could have heard a champagne bubble pop. Vanessa's face did something complicated. "That's not possible." "Press release drops in 15 minutes, I said, looking straight at her. "Figured blood should hear it first." Dad reached for me. "Harper, we're family. We can talk." "We stopped being family the day you let her throw me out of my own house." The pilot cleared her throat. "Ma'am, we're on a schedule." I walked out without another word. Outside, the helicopter waited on the manicured lawn like a black dragonfly. Phones were already up. Tomorrow's TikTok had just been born. 10 minutes later, we were over the city, the wedding estate shrinking to a child's playset below. My new head of security, Aria, handed me a tablet showing the live boardroom feed. 14 executives looking like they'd swallowed bad oysters. "They're ready for you," she said. I touched down on the roof of Vanguard Tower 40 minutes later. Cameras flashed the second the door opened. I walked straight into the boardroom. The chairman, Richard Caldwell, who'd spent years assuming he'd inherit the kingdom, stood up. "Miss Quinn, this is highly irregular." "Mrs. Vanguard Chin, actually," I corrected, sliding the adoption papers across the table. "Elias made it legal last month. Your signature's on page 7, Richard. Right under the part where you approved the succession plan without reading it." He went the color of spoiled milk. I took the seat at the head of the table. Elias's seat. "You have two options," I said, meeting every pair of eyes in the room. "Get on board or get out before the world knows I own 62% of this company and all of its voting shares." No one left. At exactly 9 p.m., the announcement hit Bloomberg, CNBC, every defense blog on the planet. Harper Quinn, 32, former intern, now youngest CEO in the American space industry. My phone exploded. Dad, Vanessa, Lauren, reporters, old college friends who ghosted me when I couldn't afford brunch. I ignored them all. 2 months later, I stood in the massive Vanguard hangar in front of 2,000 employees. Behind me, under a silk drape, waited our new reusable orbital platform. Before the reveal, I put one photograph on the giant screen. Elias Vanguard, age 35, arm around a laughing young engineer. My mother. "Some of you remember Dr. Amelia Quinn," I said. "She helped design the guidance systems that got us to orbit the first time. She left to raise a family. Today we're launching the Amelia Quinn Foundation. Full-ride scholarships for every girl who wants to reach the stars." The applause was deafening. In the front row, my father stood alone. No Vanessa in sight. Divorce papers had been filed the week after the wedding. After the ceremony, he found me by the prototype. "I brought something," he said, voice rough. He held out Mom's old Vanguard employee badge, the photo faded but still smiling. "I was wrong," he said, "about everything." "I'm so damn proud of you, Harper." I took the badge and pinned it next to my new one. "Thank you. The foundation gala is next month. You should come." He nodded, eyes wet. I wouldn't miss it. That night, I stood on the same rooftop where the helicopter had dropped me the night I walked out of that wedding. City lights glittered below like scattered stars, and the sky above was full of the real thing. I touched Mom's badge, then my own. The girl who used to be asked to fetch ice was gone. In her place stood Harper Quinn, billionaire CEO, daughter of a pioneer, and finally impossible to ignore. And tomorrow the launch countdown starts. I'm just getting warmed up.